Hi guys, it's Ryan from KidsTabletWiFi.com, and today we're going to go over the ClickN Kids tablet. So we'll unbox it, see what it has inside, and then we'll get into some education, get into the entertainment, and talk about the specs. Alright, so what we find in the box is some extra screen protectors, and it comes with one already placed on the tablet. You get a instruction manual how to use the tablet. You get a USB to mini USB for your tablet to computer. You get a wall charger. They give you a little sticker to go on your tablet if you'd like. They also have a big quick start guide, shows you how to get it powered up and running. And then you will also get your ClickN Kids tablet. I already powered it up. It does come with almost a full charge, so good news. You'll be able to pull it out and start playing right away. Next, we're going to get into the specs. It is a 7-inch 800 by 480. It's run by a dual-core processor, 1.5 gigahertz, has a gigabyte of RAM, has 8 gigabytes of internal memory. You can expand that by 32 gigabytes. You're going to have about 4 gigabytes available based on the software that they put on the tablet. You have a 0.3 megapixel right up there, top center. Single band, single antenna Wi-Fi, not particularly great. I get 1 bar out here, and with all the other tablets, I've gotten at least 3 out here, and this is based on my home network. It does have 2 speakers in the rear. They're of average quality, but they are very loud compared to most of the kids' tablets. Definitely not as loud as a Kindle Fire HD that I have, but it's loud enough to get the sound across. Battery life, it comes fully charged. It's going to run 3 to 5 hours. They did not use the lithium-ion battery, so that's a lot of the reason why it's not going to last as long. It's run by 4.1 Android OS, and some of the ports you're going to have. On the bottom, you actually have a home screen button that you can push in, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. You have a DC charging port, a mini USB port, your micro SD card slot, and your power button. This is the first time I've come across this, but there is no volume buttons, which is probably actually a good thing. It's one less thing that can break externally. Your volume buttons are right there in the front of your screen. So something a little different. Overall, tablets run pretty smoothly for me. We're going to get into some of the content that's included on it and talk more about the ClickN Kids tablet. It's going to be a lot shorter than the educational side. As far as entertainment goes, you do have the Google Play Store, which is awesome because there's all kinds of stuff on the Google Play Store. It's the biggest Android market, so that's a really great option about this tablet. As far as stuff that you get with it, the only games that I've played that I've heard other parents recommend and that I've even used is the Talking Ginger and the Talking Tom. And also, of course, you're going to have the Looney Tunes Phonics, and I'm going to go into that a lot more in depth so you guys can kind of see how that educational program works. As far as the parental controls, it's basically using an app called, let me show you. That's the KiddoWare. That's the software that they put on there. So you have your Kids Place parental controls, you have a Kids Safe picture viewer, and a Kids Place video player. So these are just 3 pieces of software that they've added to make it child friendly. Without those 3 apps, and you can actually just buy those and put those on any Android tablet. The only difference would be you're not going to get the hooked on phonics. But I'm going to show you inside the Kids Place app. Kids Place just became available in September, so it's kind of a new app. It is very good. It does not allow your kids to make purchases inside the app. You can see that they've already got the games lined out and some other stuff. It was real easy for me to get working. As far as like I stuck an SD card slot in there. I stuck mine in there, and then I wanted to actually see if I could get into all the pictures and stuff. And was able to pull up. This is my Transformers movie. I keep that on there so that I can show you guys through every video what it's like.
You're up. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff. Okay. Fly. We will use deadly force. Have your crew step out, or we will.
All right, I want to show you this movie. This is definitely a very CG movie. There's a lot of computer graphics in it. It'll kind of show you how the display is going to run. You can also hear it. It's actually really loud for a kid's tablet. Alright, so enough of Transformers. I'm sorry, I'm a kid at heart. I still love that movie. But for the most part, I can see the pixel strains in there, so you can see the lines. It is an 800 by 480. It's not poor quality, but it's not great either. If you've had an iPad or anything like that, you're going to be disappointed with the quality, and you're not going to watch movies on it. But I think it works for kids. Next, I'm going to get into a detailed look at the Hooked on Phonics, the Looney Tunes Phonics program, and that's really the main draw to this whole tablet. It's a really good program. Nothing else really stands out about this tablet, so I want to go into detail so you guys kind of see how it's going to teach your children to read. Alright, so Looney Tune Phonics, Click and Read. There is 100 lessons. I went through one about every 25, so I went through about 4 of them just to kind of see what it was like. I thought it was really good. I've not actually tried this with my son to see if it speed up his ability to read, but definitely going to try it. You have 3 episode contents. You can do short length, medium length, or full length on all 100 lessons. You also have some extra options, and you can repeat the story so they can go over and over. Just a couple different things you can do. And let's get into lesson 1, and we'll take a look at how it teaches you to read. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run this lesson. The first lesson kind of teaches them how to do it. You're going to see lots of the Looney Tunes. There's little skits in between the learning to kind of keep your kids engaged.
Welcome to lesson number 1. Hello, I'm Professor Wizbot, and I will be teaching you how to read. Each time you visit, the first place you'll stop is the letter sound zone, where you will learn the sounds that letters make. Like lots of things, letters make specific sounds, so it is very important that you listen carefully. The first sounds that you will learn are the sounds that A and M make. These are the letters A and M. These are A's, and these are M's. The A makes the A sound, as in apple, and the M makes the sound, as in moon. Before you practice the sounds that A and M make, let me show you how the letter sound zone works. Then you'll know what to do the next time you visit the letter sound zone. When you hear the sound for a letter, you point and click on it. Here, let me show you. When you hear the sound for A, point and click on the A like this. Now you try it. Good job! Now let's practice the letter sounds. Remember, when you hear the sound for a letter, you point and click on it.
Alright, so this part is going to get in and it's going to teach your kids how
Now
to
let's
use a
practice
keyboard
finding
as
the letter
well.
keys on the keyboard for the sounds. We're going to find the letters on the keyboard that make the ah and sound. Before we practice finding the letters on the keyboard that make the ah and sounds, let me show you how to do it. When you hear the sound for a letter, you press the letter key on the keyboard. Here, let me show you. When you hear the sound for ah, press the A letter key on the keyboard like this. Now you try it. Ah. Great job! Remember, when you hear the letter sound for a letter, point and click the letter key on the keyboard on your screen. Ah. Excellent! Ah. Nice job! Excellent!
So now it's going to
This
get
is
into
the
a
listening
news section of it. It's
Each
called
time
the
we
listening
visit
zone.
the listening zone, you'll learn to listen carefully for the different letter sounds in words. You'll learn the sounds that are in words. Words are made up of a number of letter sounds, so it's very important that you listen carefully. You'll start by listening for the first letter sound in words. The first letter sound in moon is Before you practice listening for the first letter sound in words, let me show you how the listening zone works. Then you'll know what to do whenever we visit the listening zone. When you hear the first letter sound in a word, you point and click on it. Here, let me show you. When you hear the first letter sound in moon, point and click on the M like this. Now you try it. Way to go! Now you'll practice listening for the first letter sounds in words. Remember, point and click on the first letter sound you hear in the word. Am. Great job! Moon. Man. Met. Great job! Apple. Mac. Great job! We're going to read words. Listen carefully. I'm going to say the word am slow and then say it fast so you can hear the letter sounds in the word. Am. Now let's practice reading some words. Point and click on the word that I say slow and then say fast. Am. Way to go! Am. Am. Excellent! Here's the report.
Alright, so at the end of each lesson, you get a little report, shows you how many attempts they made and how many were correct attempts. It's basically how all the lessons go. I just kind of wanted to give you a more in-depth look. That's actually one of the shorter lessons, so you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 15, maybe 20 minutes per lesson. By the time you get to the end, I did lesson 100. They're reading words like because, something, birthday, very, very advanced for maybe a 5-year-old to already be ahead and reading that. And I'm sure you could even start earlier with maybe a 3- and 4-year-old just getting the sounds down. It goes through all the phonics, the CH, the KN, EW, and just like all the combined sounds that letters can make. And I thought overall this was a very big draw for this tablet. It's a very good program. You can also find it for your PC or laptop at ClickN Kids, and look up the Looney Tune Phonics. This is going to conclude our ClickN Kids tablet review. I hope you enjoyed it, and go ahead, hit that like button and share it on Facebook as well, or maybe Google+. And you guys have a wonderful day. Leave your comments below if you have any more questions, and I'll get them answered. Thanks.